Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be going through simultaneous equations. This is where you solve for x and y. This is particularly focused on grade 10 simultaneous equations. The more advanced simultaneous equations I will do in my next video. So the first thing you're going to do is we're going to look at number 1, which is x plus y equal to 2 and 3x plus y equal to 4. If we look at both equations, we try and look for a simpler equation, which we basically ask which equation here is simpler. But we could use any one. We could call the one equation 1 and this one equation 2, or the other way around. It's not going to make a difference. And we look for, like if we looked at equation 1 and I had to write it in terms of y for that matter, because y, the coefficient of y is 1, I would have y equal to 4 minus 3x. But equation 1 is simpler, so I'm going to take equation 1 and I'm going to rewrite it in terms of either x or y. You could choose how you want to do it. So here I'm going to write it in terms of x. So it's going to be 2 minus y. So it's plus y, so minus y on the left hand side, therefore minus y on the right hand side. Then I'm going to substitute, so this method is basically substitution. I'm going to substitute equation 1 into equation 2. So equation 2 is 3x plus y equal to 4. So wherever you see x, you're now going to substitute 2 minus y. So 3 times x, the value of x is now 2 minus y plus y equal to 4. Now we're going to multiply out. So here we have 6 minus 3y plus y equal to 4. On the left hand side, I have negative 3y plus y, which will give me negative 2y. And on the right hand side, I have 4. So I'm going to move 6 across. So it's plus 6. I'm going to minus 6 on the left hand side. Therefore, minus 6 on the right hand side. So here I'm going to have negative 2y equal to negative 2. And I'm going to divide both sides by negative 2. So y is equal to positive 1. Because a negative 2 divided by negative 2 will give me positive 1. I have solved for y and now need to solve for x. We go back, we look at x equal to 2 minus y, and we sub into y to find x. So x is equal to 2 minus, and the y value is 1. So we're going to have x equal to 1. So I have solved for x and y. X is equal to 1, y is equal to 1. And if I go back to equation 1, 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. And if I sub into equation 2, 3 times 1 is 3, and 3 plus 1 is 4. Therefore, my equation is correct. Let's have a look at number 2. Number 2 is 3x plus 2y equal to 60, and 3x minus 3y equal to 45. So here the coefficient of x and y in equation 1 is not 1, and the same applies in equation 2. So we look at the equations and we see, is there a way that we could possibly subtract, which we call the process of elimination. So if I had to go 3x minus 3x, it would eliminate the x variable. So I'm going to say, I'm going to call this equation 1 and the second one equation 2, and I'm going to subtract. I'm going to say subtract equation 2 from equation 1. So I'll use a different color. And remember, when you subtract, each term has to be subtracted. So here we have 3x minus 3x and 2y minus minus. If you go minus minus, it will become a plus. And 60 minus 45. So here we have 3x minus 3x and 2y plus 3y, which would give me 5y, and 60 minus 45, which gives me 15. So I'm going to divide by 5 on the left-hand side, therefore divide by 5 on the right-hand side. So I will have y equal to 3. So I take my 3 now and sub it into equation 1 or 2. So I'll choose equation 1. 3x plus 2, and y is now 3. So 2 times 3 equals to 60. And here we have 30 plus 6. Sorry, 3x plus 6 equals to 60. And 3x is equal to 60. Subtract 6. And 3x is equal to 54. Now we're going to divide both sides by 3. And we'll see if 3 goes into 54. 3 divided by 3 is 1x. And 3 goes into 5 once, remainder a 2. So basically 3 goes, so it's once here, remainder 2, and 3 goes into 24 8 times, so x is equal to 18. So here we've solved for y equal to 3 and x equal to 18. Let's have a look at another one. Number 3. Okay, number 3 we have 2x minus 3y equal to 10, and 4x plus 5y equal to 42. So if we look at the first equation and the second equation, you will see that we have a 2x here and a 4x, we have 3 and we have 5. And what we need to do, we're going to use the process of elimination. But what you have to do, you have to either make the x's the same or the y's the same by multiplying either one. So I'm looking at equation 1, and you can choose which one you want to. There's many ways to work it out, but I'm going to take equation 1 and multiply the top by 5. So I'm going to multiply equation 1 by 5 because 5 times 3 is 15. And then I'm going to multiply equation 2 by 3, and that would give me 5 times 3, which is 15. And that would eliminate the y value. So in the next step, you're going to multiply each term out by the 5. So you're going to go 2x times 5, which will give me 10x. Negative 3y times 5, which will give me negative 15y. And 10 times 5, which will give me 50. The next one is 4x times 3, which would give me 12x. 5y times 3, which would give me 15y. And 42 times 3, which would give me, 3 times 2 is 6, and 3 times 4 is 12, so it's 126. Now we're going to, by process of elimination, we are now going to add them together. We're basically going to add because minus 15 plus 15 would give me 0 here. And 10 plus 12 will give me 22x equal to 176. Now we're going to do 22x equal to 176, and we're going to divide both sides by 22. And if you divide both sides by 22, you'll see that x is equal to 8. Now we're going to, so we found x, we need to find y. I'm going to take equation 1, and wherever I see x, I'm going to substitute in 8. So it is 2 times 8 minus 3y equal to 10. And 2 times 8 is 16, minus 3y equal to 10, and minus 3y is equal to 10 minus 16, and minus 3y is equal to negative 6, and we divide both sides by negative 3. And therefore y is equal to 2. So in this equation we have x equal to 8 and y equal to 2, and let's just test this. If I went back here and I said 2 times 8, 2 times 8 is 16, minus 3 times 2, which is 6, and 16 minus 6 give me 10. So testing that equation, we can see that it is correct. I hope you found this video quite useful. I will follow on, you can follow on in the next video when I do the grade 11 and 12 simultaneous equations. Please like and subscribe to my video, and I'll see you in the next video.